Hey there, Nagumo. So let's start straight away with your green energy task 2. So green energy is considered to, I would say, to provide. Give can be a little bit simple. And here we should probably say both economically and environmentally. Yet it also has problems such as reliability. I would just separate these. I would say reliability, consistency, and stability. But these are all quite similar things. And it should be reliability, inconsistency. Actually, yeah. But now these do really mean pretty much the same things. We must be careful not to repeat ourselves too frequently, but I'm going to leave this in for now. So this is due to the characteristics, I would say, of renewable energy, which relies on nature and perhaps the resulting climate. So on the one hand, the use of weather for power supplies is. Subject-verb agreement, the use of weather is. Likely to decrease pollution, so it can be recycled, or it is recyclable. In addition, the source itself is free. Cool. Contributing to reducing costs or reducing the costs required to create energy. For example, the National Environment Association stated that the solar power system created in China I don't know what's. Do you mean the output or the exhaust? But what's? Oh, PM 2.5. I thought you said PM 2.5%. So I've said before that acronyms can be troublesome because not everyone will know what they mean. So we should say the output of particulate pollution. Pollution in particles. As well as the cost of energy generation by 15% compared to the time when fossil fuel was used. Thus, it can clearly be seen that the benefits of green energy contribute. It would be benefit contributes or benefits contribute. The S only goes on one. And here maybe significantly would be better. And the environment. On the other hand, so it's not that energy security could be considered unstable and dangerous. We could actually say energy security could become unstable and dangerous. And we could say, due to the climate-dependent nature of renewable sources. As an example, the New York Times published an article. Remember, we only need the past simple, we don't need past perfect in this case. And we don't need this comma. The New York Times published in an article that the lack of rainfall in most regions of Japan, here we could just say during the rainy seasons, caused the water levels in let's just say the water levels in dams decrease, resulting in a shortage of energy output. This incident caused a rise in electricity bills, and most citizens were advised to reduce excess use of energies. Cool. To conclude, there are both pros and cons to the usage of green energy. I believe it should be used to protect the environment. However, relying too much on it could lead to threats in daily life. Therefore, alternatives should always be prepared just in case. Cool. I'm quite happy with that, actually. You managed to talk about energy security, the benefits of green energy, as well as the way that it is a threat to energy security. Much clearer than usual. Still a few problems with subject-verb agreement and with articles. So maybe have a good read of some academic articles, some online material to help you grasp grammar patterns. The best way to learn grammar patterns is simply to notice them, and we can do that just by reading as often as possible. Your brain picks up grammar patterns much easier than it is able to study them. So it's much better just to read as much good English as possible, so that your brain can see what is commonly used. So, this task 1, the bar graph illustrates the total numbers of trips made by hauler A and B in July, August, and September. Does it give a year? I'm going to assume that it doesn't. Overall, the number of travels for both trucks varied over the 3-month period, and August was I would say August featured the greatest frequency out of all the times shown above. Hauler A travelled 100 times in July, which increased to nearly 120 times and dropped to 85 times in August and September respectively. On the other hand, hauler B made approximately 90, I would say, so a good word to use in these scenarios. So like if a garbage truck is driving around to do a regular routine, or a milkman is driving around to deliver milk, or a newspaper boy is walking around to deliver newspapers, we call these rounds. This person would go on a round. So hauler B made approximately 90 rounds in July, which dramatically increased to just over 140 in August, followed by a great decrease in the next month with 100 trips. Cool. In July, hauler A travelled more compared to hauler B, whereas in the following month it made more trips compared to A. We could just say than A there, more trips than A. The total numbers of trips decreased in September for both waste trucks, but hauler B continued to make more. Let's just double check your word count. 6 short. Remember, if you don't hit the minimum word count on the IELTS writing, your task response score will drop immediately and automatically to a 5. A 6 or above in task response requires that you respond to every part of the question, and that includes the word count. So if you don't follow every single part of the question, including the word count, you cannot score more than a band 5 in task response. That is only 25% of the mark scheme, but it is a massive portion of the mark scheme. This is why it's so important to ensure that you respond fully to the task, including the word count. So I'll send these over to you now. Really best of luck in your exam. I wish you all the best. I really, really hope you come out with the 7 that you need. And if you need any further help between now and then, do drop us a line, an email, or whatever it is you want. So all the best again, Magumo. Have a great day. Speak to you soon.